One ship, 100 years of history. One man's journey to know his father. A group of men linked by the past, now honoring the lives of those who've passed on.
I asked my mom, I said, this ship name sounds familiar, and she said, well, yeah, that's the ship that your dad was on. My father was on board 1943 to 1945, and he was a communications officer.
Robert Miller passed away in 1967 when his son John was just 2, so John really never knew his dad. But for nearly 30 years, John's done the next best thing, bringing together men like his father, who served on the same ship, but during different decades and different wars, on the USS Mulaney. Recently, with John's help, these shipmates came together at the Caterpillar Visitors Center in Peoria.
My brother Julius and I have been helping get the men and mates together since 1992. I didn't know much about my dad, and it's a way that I could learn about him and what it was like for that time in his life. He was leading men at early 20s, and just to find out more about him. They've told me stories that he was a very good officer, kind to his men.
John not only learns about his father, but hears firsthand accounts of history aboard the USS Mulaney that few are left to tell.
I served on the Mulaney starting in about the middle of 43 and through 44 and into 45. I was on it when we were hit by the kamikaze plane. We were at our battle station, and we had warnings that planes were coming in, suicide planes were coming in. That's all we heard. All guns, action port, action starboard, and fire at will. We knew something had happened because the ship was like somebody had dropped a tremendous weight on it.
John's father and Kermit never met while serving at the same time on the Mulaney during World War II, but the two are forever connected.
They served in different parts on the ship. Kermit was a yeoman, my dad was a communications officer, but they were on board from 43 to 45 together in different divisions on the ship. We're losing our World War II shipmates at a very fast pace these days. Will you please rise and remove your hats?
One common desire, and something so important to all of those who are part of this reunion, is to honor their fallen comrades.
Joe Primrock.
Every year we've had the memorial. The absolute thing is to render the names of the sailors, past, and that's the final recognition.
Arthur Davis. Harmon Thompson.
And by ringing the bell, it's like the blowing of taps if you go to a military funeral, the final gift of remembrance that we give back to the sailor who is gone. It's overwhelming at times.
When reflecting on their fellow shipmates, who they were, what they accomplished in life, family is the word you'll hear again and again. The bond is that strong.
They are amazing. I love these guys like family.
We're family. I mean, that's the only word that I can describe it.
I've been able to call them my friend. How many kids can say that?